Good morning. Thanks for joining me out here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Dean Jones. I'm here to show you a pre-owned Super C from Newmar. It's a Superstar, the 4061 floor plan. It's featured here in the Blanco, or as we call it in Frederick, white. Full body paint, one color. Great for the people who have the white pull behind trailers. It's a great match. This thing will pull 20,000 pounds, so if you have that race car and that big box trailer, you want to pair it up with the nice white coach. I've got the perfect pre-owned coach. It's got just over 16,000 miles. It's a 21. Let's just go ahead and get started, and we'll start here with the chassis. It's an M2 106. It's not a plus, it's a 21, so it doesn't have the plus features, but it still has that 8.9 Cummins. It's going to give you 350 horsepower and 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Nice Alison transmission, which are getting a little bit more rare these days. So got the right transmission, you got the right turbo diesel, it's ready to go. With the M2, we do have breakaway bumpers. All of our filters, our fluids, everything's real easy to get to on this coach. With that pop forward hood, you can get to any of this stuff. Over here we have more fluids, our fuel filter water separator. Nice place to jump the batteries if you need to. Just real simple engineering, real easy to get to. You'll notice this coach is on Michelin 315 80 R22.5s, polished Alcoa rims. Got a nice soft close hood. Beautiful front end, chrome grille, recovery hooks here. We've got nice high visibility headlights. You'll notice there's a camera right here. That's part of the OmniView 360 camera, which just makes this thing so easy to drive in tight campgrounds, racetracks, and fuel stations. Come around here, you'll see anti-slip treads with grab handles. And one thing about the Superstar and the Supreme Air from Newmar, they keep that air ride cab floating on this coach. So once you put it in gear, it unlocks the thing and this thing just floats down the highway. You also have air ride seats as well. Over here we have our first storage compartment. We do have an air line here if we need to air some stuff up. I don't think it's ever been out of the wrap. We do also have a little air compressor here. That's gonna actually inflate your air ride seats. So that's what that little box there is for. You'll notice form-fit slides all the way around this coach. There's no overlap. There's not going to be any wind or dirt or anything like that coming into your slide cavity. So another Newmar feature. Over here we have another carpeted bay. You'll notice that underneath here there's about a 2-inch insulation barrier there. It's going to keep all that road noise from working its way up into the coach. Real quiet as we go down the road. These are lit bays with chrome slam latches on them. Another little storage there. Got a great 3-step mechanical step coming out here with a nice little cover that hides it nice and tight in there. I have it open. It opens and closes when you open this door. I have it locked open so it's not going in and out as we film. But we do have a nice functional screen door, great shape. We do have a numbered entry lock with the doorbell. And you'll see right next to that door there, we have a little camera there. That's with all 4 cameras around here, it stitches a nice picture going down the road, all areas around your coach. Another thing I'll point out real quick, I think it's over here. Well, we do have, I was going to demonstrate it, but we have window awnings we pull down with this little pop rod, so maybe I'll find it over here. But we do have, oh, there it is. So this guy here grabs this little strap. Oh. Maybe. Let me get this here. Oh, no, it's all tucked in there. But you grab this and you pull it out and hook it right here and you have an awning. It's just a little tucked under there and frozen right now, so that's how that works. We do have 110 in here. you want to plug in anything. Little pass through over those frame rails and that drive shaft. And this is our water tank back here, but we have nice little pegboard, little space to put, you know, maybe some fluids, maybe some tools. But we also have a fresh tank drain right here. We just pop this off and it drains the tank right down on the ground. So great if you get in that winter storm, you need to drain your water real quick, you got it. Right here we have some docking lights. And again, really nice, beautiful Alcoa polished aluminum rims on this guy with those Michelin shoes on her. Right here we have a little bit more pass through here. You'll see we do have a little tray here, manual. Road vac, central vac in this coach. You can also plug in attachments right here if you want to maybe vacuum out your tow car out here. We do have another 110 there. Our Girard awning controllers right there. And then here, a lot of good space underneath there and over top. Notice this little hood release. That's what I love about Newmar is they give you this trunk area. And this is going to give you a little bit more space for maybe tow attachments, maybe more fluids, oil, that sort of thing. But you also have this real deep little cavity there for maybe a folding table, maybe an umbrella, whatever you can fit in there. But it is also lit, so you can get back here at night and see what's going on. Down here we have a 20,000 pound hitch. So like I said, plenty of pulling power on this guy. You got a Phillips camera right here if you want to camera up your trailer. You got a 7-way for those, you know, trailer brakes on that boat. But you also have an extension over there to make this a 4-inch tow if you want to get that heavier tow on. So you also have camera here and a camera up there. One's a backup, you know, back camera to kind of show what you're towing. The other one is part of that 360 camera. So again, I'll show you inside. When you're going like in a tight campground, maybe a truck stop getting fuel, you should see all around your coach. You shouldn't bump into anything. But you also have that nice spoiler here, great looking back cap. And here's the other side of that back area. And you're past your differential and your drive shaft, so you get a little bit more space back here. Big super slide going down the side of this coach. More awnings for the windows. We have a little place for maybe a sewer hose, maybe some gloves. Right by your other docking light. This is our Oasis that's on right now. It's nice and warm in there. Here's our wet bay. You do have mechanical black and gray tank open or gate valves right there. Sewage rinse there. You can actually use city water on this hose. Plug it in, you can also wind it right back up. If you want to use city water and also autofill, because maybe you're empty and you don't want to sit and wait, you have that option. 6,000 gallon water filtration. That's going to keep your water system from calcifying and keep your water a little bit more healthy. We do have a little outdoor shower here and low point drains on the coach right there. So real simple wet bay. Here's where you hook up your sewage hose to. Real easy to dump, real easy to keep clean. Also nice stainless steel facade there. Over here we have our hydraulic pump for our HWH leveling system. 1 button push. If you need to service this guy, you pull these pins, pull it out, and you're good to go. But nice big pump motor, just a great system. HWH is just where it's at when it comes to those hydraulics. Over here, we have our lithium batteries. So you'll notice 2 big lithium batteries on this guy. I think those are 320s. You'll see some Victron stuff back there. Really good solar controllers, real high quality electronics to kind of power this coach up. You also have a shut-off valve shut-off switch right there. Lithionics, those are heated battery boxes. Here's our Oasis Chinook. This is going to power our hot water. It's a boiler for our hot water. It's also a boiler for our heat. We got it kicked on right now, nice and warm inside. Real silent as you'll hear it when we get inside. Just real small fans, blowing through registers, hidden in plain sight. No propane needed for this coach. That's a diesel burner and 2 electric burners on that boiler. So Real easy there. Over here we have our 8,000 watt quiet diesel generator humming. 620 hours on it. Not a whole lot of hours for a 21, but it has been used enough to where it's nice and lubricated. I would say that's going to be a healthy power plant for you for years and years to come. Then we have our Magnum inverter and our power cord. This is a part cable inlet. Looks like someone used it. So if you're at a campsite and you're renting their cable, just pump it in right there and it goes to the TVs inside. We also have a nice 50 amp cord on a power reel, so you're not, winding it up when you're going to get ready to hit the road. Over here is our driver's side. Blind spot cameras also. You see these air ride seats that go up and down. You're going to ride more comfortable in this M2 than any other Super C that I know of, with that air ride cab again and the air ride seats. Let's go check out the inside. It's a little cold out here. We'll go in where it's warm. Nice and toasty in here. So as you notice, nice little alleyway going through here. I'm gonna take off my coat, it's nice and toasty in here. The inside of this is the Largo decor, and it's got Newport glazed maple, and it's a nice matte finish, just a real classy, soft look in here. Go ahead and open some slides, and while I do, we'll talk about, so it's got, the overall length of this coach is 40 feet, 11 inches. The width is 8 foot 5 inches. The overall height is 13 feet even. And inside here, we got 6 foot 11 inches up here. So plenty of headroom walking through this coach. When you open these slides, these opposing slides, it just turns it into a living room in a nice little house here. So as you see, just plenty of room in here. Let me go back and open this bed. And as we start, we'll, the dry weight of this coach is 33,500 pounds. You got a 6,500 payload in this guy. You could load this thing to the gills, 6,500 pounds. This gives you a GVWR of 40,000 even. Again, 20,000 towing, 100 gallons of fuel, 150 gallons of fresh water. Gray is 60 gallons and black is 40 gallons. So plenty of tank storage, fuel tank. Just a really well set up coach with all the different features it has. We'll start back here. You'll notice the bed's a little bit concave. It wasn't a big guy sleeping in it that crushed the mattress. It's actually a air mattress. You can pump it up. It's a sleep number. You can go firm, soft. We just have it down right now. Underneath here, you'll see got some of your attachments right back there. That box, that's your little air compressor for the bed. A little bit of storage here. Nice bed lift there. Over here we have 110 with USBs on both nightstands to charge your portables. We have a nice, this is a slide, so this comes out. We have windows that open on both sides if you want to get some cross ventilation. We also have day, we also have night shades, MCD. You'll notice there's ports under both sides here with a 110 up there. I don't know if you can get a shot of that, but great place to put a CPAP machine, maybe plumb your mask through here. We also have nice mirrored and upholstered headboard there. So just a nice bed system there. We also have these nice little mirrors. If you want to clean them off, you just pop these little trim pieces off. They're magnetic. You don't have to get in there with a Q-tip, promise. Over here we have our, it is a one mid-bath unit, so it's not one of those bath and a half units, but still gets you a little bit better closet back here. So you've got your safe, a lot of hanging, it is lit. This is the other side. This is our pillow for our booth sleeper. We also have a little access here. If you want to shut that washer and dryer down, you can do so. Speaking of washer and dryer, we have a nice stackable right here, ready to go, ready to clean clothes when you're going down the road, or if you're going camping, boondocking. Nice little 110 stackable there. Dryer is vented, like to mention that. Dries those clothes a lot better than the old ones. There's the rest of your attachments for your vacuum. They have been unwrapped, so they have been used to get this coach nice and clean. We've got a few little drawers back here, hidden under here for extra storage. That's that Oasis pumping heat right there. You can't really even hear it, barely. Nice little soft closed drawers all the way through here. So yeah, storage comes at a premium and we have plenty of it back here. Here's our Samsung Smart TV. Any receivers, there's a DVD right here, but you can put your receivers, gaming systems, Fire Sticks, Roku, whatever you want to do, we can do it right here for you, right here at Transwest. Get you any kind of entertainment you want there. We got overhead storage there. We also have a little bit more accent lights and great lighting on the solid surface countertop. Big deep drawers over here. 6 of those big guys right here. Plenty of places to put stuff. Yeah, looking at this inside, it doesn't really look like a 21. I mean, the 24s resemble the same thing, same type of tile colors. We do have carpet in the slides here. But as we come out of the master, you're gonna see a really, really nice big pantry. This actually sells this floor plan. These pantries, stuff like the pantry space. Locks down pretty nice and tight. We've got, let's see here. There we go. Nice little Whirlpool refrigerator. Ice maker. And a little water filter up there if you want for your drinking water in the door. Over here is our mid and only bath. Let you get a shot of that before I go in there. I really like that surround in the shower. It's just really nicely done. Very attractive wrap there. Cultured marble in there. And I'm 6'1". I'll go stand in there for you. Plenty of room here. We added a little mirror here for you. We have our wand. It is winterized, so we have it down, but we do have a water miser in here that circulates the water through that Oasis. Gets it up to temperature before you're spending all the fresh water and filling up your gray tank. Once this light comes on, you switch this over and you're ready to go. This was option with the nice little teak seat here. If you want to sit down while you shower, you can do so. Nice glass door, easy to clean. Again, solid surface countertop, Dometic macerator toilet. We've got all this storage in here. Nice little linen closet there. Over here we're going to have some breakers. So 110 breakers here, some 12-volt fuses there, a little legend of what that is. A nice carpeted, just a little bit more storage for you there. But great place for towels. Nice tile backsplash, 110 here. Great place for TP right there, and a little access to your plumbing. Hopefully you'll never need to be under there. You'll also notice a full-length mirror on the door here. Also with the door, the closet doors, plenty of mirrors in here to check yourself out if you need to. Let's go back to the kitchen here. Mid hinge, that helps you get into the bathroom when these slides are closed. We do have fantastic vents here and here for cooking. Here's another one of those Oasis heaters pumping out heat, love it. Got our little dustpan there and our little attachment deal here. I think this is a pretty fully loaded coach. I don't think there's a whole lot of options it doesn't have. So nice little convection microwave. Do a little bacon or heating stuff up. Again, no propane, so that it's gonna give you your full true induction right here. This pops out, you can plug it in outside if you'd like to. Or you just leave it in there and cook indoors. You'll notice there's a big window down the side of this countertop. That's an option as well. Gives you plenty of natural light to cook with. We've got some of our parts for our washing machine right there. And that washing machine looks just like that. So, do some washing going down the road. Plenty of drawer space. Here's our water filter for our fridge. Got some remotes. This is our Girard awning controller. We can actually run them in and out going outside. Nice and handy. Maybe you have some trees out there. Great place for pots and pans. That's part of your microwave shelf. Over here, great 2-basin sink. Undermount, stainless. Easy to wash. I like that faucet, really nice faucet on this one. Over here, a little more storage down there. A little place for scrubbies, whatever you're using there. And then we got some storage there too. Coming around this side, got a nice, maybe use that as a pantry as well. Just plenty of storage in the 4061. I love this floor plan. Also, this is kind of the brains of the operation. That's our Oasis kicking that heat that's coming in here. Power management center. This is HWH leveling. So we talked about that with that hydraulic pump outside. This is how you run that thing. Basically, you just hit auto level, and it'll level this thing out, one button push. If you want to dump it, maybe you want your stairs a little closer to the ground, you're on a different thing, you could dump the whole air system. Or you could bump this if you feel like it didn't get it exactly right, which it should. You want to bump a corner or something, you could do so too. This is a set this resets this whole system. We have a step cover that's really nice. It's a big, pretty deep well. You don't want, animals falling in there, little guys falling in there. Maybe, you're up in the middle of the night getting something out of here. It's nice to have that closed off. It's all mechanical. Gets out of the way real nice. We have a cargo door. We can lock the cargo doors, unlock them. We can have an interior lock. We can lock that door right there with the push of a button. There is a block heater on this unit, so if you're storing this up north, you can keep that block nice and warm. Security lights, and this is where we turn that stair on and off. Battery disconnect, awnings. We've got a little HVAC here. We control that heat with that. Going back home, we also have our tank levels, our battery levels. Here's our inverter right there. This is our wine guard antenna, and if you want to turn the satellite system on, you can do so there too. It has been prepped for solar. There's no solar on there. There actually is solar up there, actually. Yep, we have a solar controller, so we do have it. This is the old place for the TV. It is a nice Samsung with a Bose soundbar on it. The new ones have it go up and down right here, but if you don't want to mess with the TV lift and you want to go down the road without it going back and forth, this is a great place for a TV. You can see it from just about every seat in the house except for here. But again, I like where they put that TV there if it's not going to be in a televator. This is an interesting look at this slide box because this looks like it's just wasted space. But what that is insulation around this whole slide that goes up all the way down. You can see them in here quite well. But you can see what you see here is it going all the way down that slide box. And it's just a great insulated box. You've got an attic with insulation. You got a crawl space between your floor and your basement that's insulated. You got 3-inch insulated walls on this coach. There's just not a better built production coach, I think, on the market than a Newmar. We've got all this storage down here. Great counter space here too. This is our booth. It does make a bed. This pretty much sleeps 2, maybe 3 people. Keep in mind with the opposing slides, one could put an air mattress here pretty easy if you had to, if you had some guests once in a while. The opposing slide just gives you all that floor space. So it's not set up for it's not a bunk model, doesn't have an overhead sleeper. It's geared more for couples, maybe with a traveler. But again, if you need to get creative, you have the space to do so. Already showed you that one, but this is your audio video cabinet for that TV. We do have a DVD. We also have, pre-wired HDMIs. Again, Roku sticks, whatever you want to do, you can put it in there. Glass so you can get your remotes to work. This one does have a satellite. Here's a Wally right here. Someone left in here for the next guy. That's for the dish up top. We have analog switches throughout the coach. You see them right here. Dependable switches. They're not the KIB panels, and that's where they're going with now, but just an easy switch to use, an easy switch to switch out if you need to. We have a 110 with USBs over there. Matching solid surface table. Windows that open. Great lighting over here. What I like about this floor plan is that we've got our booth on our campsite. So our campsite where our awnings are out, where our real estate that we rent is over here. We could have our coffee and look out here instead of looking at our neighbors. So I like that a lot. Across from here, we have our recliners to pop out. What's nice about these, they're independent, they move around. You can bring them out. You could also turn them sideways and tuck them in this way if you want to get a little bit more leg room when the thing's closed. Nice thing there, but got our cup holders. Nice big deep drawer right there. Again, more analog switches. All the windows in this coach open, so that's going to provide plenty of cross breeze if you need to. Again, insulated box, deep cabinets. Here's all of our manuals for the coach, all intact. Here's some of our privacy curtains for the front. Again, nice big deep cabinets there. And again, you want a little day or night privacy, you can just pull those down and you're ready to rock. Over here we have our M2 chassis. This does have a CB in there if you like to chatter going down the road. We have a little bit more storage up here. We also have a little sticker, some numbers if you need to get help with the coach from Newmar. There's some information you can source there. Nice big skylight up here. What you see, this big black collar here, this is what allows the chassis to move in here as you're going down the road. And when you're sitting here watching this floor is going up and down with every bump in the road. It absorbs all that. So it's a little bit weird when you're sitting back here looking at it, but it's just a great thing to drive in. It's just absolutely just floats going down the road. And we got a nice big screen here. Navigation. We've got our cameras. We also have, we can do our tent up. We also have a lift. We can actually raise the height of this coach to actually hook up to trailers. We have docking lights here, ceiling cab lights. This is our generator start. We have a house battery boost. If we were to have maybe left the headlights on and run the chassis battery down, we can just hit the house, start it right up, jump it from those lithium batteries in the back, no problem. We can lower the vehicle here. We have an engine brake, turn 3-stage, light test. We can test all our lights before we take off. Here's our windows. Mirror heat, we can lock the coach. Standard HVAC. Here's our Alison transmission here. They had these nice little, I was driving it over with this little handle. I don't know if the next buyer is going to like that or not, but it was pretty easy to turn this guy. But pretty simple chassis. You do have an air brake, so there's not a park or anything. You just got to put it neutral and pull this out when you're driving. But again, real small cab. If you're used to driving trucks and an A just seems a little too bussy for you, this is a great option. We have also the JBL upgraded sound system. Get you rocking going down the road, but real easy in and out. Just pop in and out. You don't have to get up and go across down a stairway in like an A. A lot of people really feel more comfortable and safe in these Super Cs, and that's a look at our 4061 today. My name is Dean Jones. If you have any questions about this or any other coach we have, just give me a text or a phone call at 720-347-7063. It's been a pleasure to show you this coach, and we'll see you next Friday.